Okay, very similar to the last one, except now we have these two signs. So you'll notice that when you plug in 0, you do get 0 over 0. But we can't cancel anything out. You can't cancel the x's out. Don't do that. You cannot, definitely cannot cross out these signs. Don't do that. We're not multiplying here. This is sine of 6x divided by sine of 3x, not sine times 3x. Okay, so you can't cancel functions out with division. However, we can, with a little bit of math and magic, rewrite this thing. And what I'm going to do is split this up. I'm going to rewrite like this. Sine of 6x over 1 times 1 over sine of 3x. They're still the same thing, no problem. But now I'm going to use my special rule here, which says as x goes to 0, well, let's look at it as u, so it's a different variable here. But as u goes to 0, that sine of u over u is 1. Well, here I have sine of 6x. Well, why can't I just make this 1 a 6x? Now, I'm going to cancel this 6 and the x out eventually. But I'm putting it here because I want it to be there, so now I can handle this this limit here. But if I put an x on the bottom, I need to put an x on top in order to cancel out the x's. I can't just add an x into the problem. I got to make sure this simplifies back down to what I started with. Well, what I'm going to do is put the other x over here. So now I have x up top, x on the bottom. They will both cancel. Nothing wrong with that. And the 6 that was down here, I'm going to put that 6 up top over here. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I want this thing over here. So this is good. Sine of 6x over 6x, that looks just like my rule up here. Okay? This limit we can handle. Over here, however, we have sine of 3x with an x on top. Well, since this limit gives me back 1, then I know the reciprocal of it, which was actually one of our other problems, u over sine of u will also give me back 1. So if I can get the same thing up top here as on the bottom, which I can just putting a 3 on top, now I can handle this limit. But I have to make sure that if I put a 3 on top, I've also got to put a 3 on the bottom. So I'm just going to do that out front. Since it's all multiplication, it doesn't matter where you put the 3. And you can see here, if you wanted to for some reason, you can cancel out all the things we added and we get back to the original problem. So I haven't changed the value at all. Now as x is headed to 0, 6 over 3 is just going to stay there, 6 over 3. Sine of 6x over 6x is going to become 1. Times 3x over sine of 3x also becomes 1. So we have 6 over 3, which is 2, times 1 times 1. The answer is 2.